Happy New Year, everyone! It's the end of 2024. Well, almost the end of 2024. How's your year been? My 2024 has honestly been a little rough, and I'm ready for 2025. Something new. It was just a year of a lot of changes for me, and I'm ready for maybe some more stability in 2025, but we'll see. So I thought I would film a WIP Parade. I've barely done any Flosstube updates this year. I apologize for that. I'm really trying to get more into YouTube. Little shout out to my second business, The Electric Bee, and their YouTube channel. Tomorrow, as I'm filming this, I'm not sure when this will be posted, but December 29th, kicked off the quilt along for The Electric Bee, where we are quilting through Tula Pink's 100 quilt blocks. So if you would like to quilt along with us, that would be awesome. And I will leave that channel down below. But that's where I've been putting a lot of my sort of YouTube time. But welcome to my Flosstube. Hello. For those that are new, my name is Rachel. And yeah, I'm going to talk about all of the cross stitching that I did this year. Full disclosure, I didn't do a whole lot of cross stitching this year. I know it's going to seem like I did a bit more, but I really didn't do as much as I have done in the past. As you can see on my ironing board, I got all my WIPs, I got them organized, and we are ready to film this video. So I always like it. I think Jessie Marie does a really good job of, on Instagram, pick your favorite project, take a picture of before this WIP Parade, and then take a picture after and see how much stitching progress you got. So without further ado, here is my 2024 WIP Parade. End of year WIP Parade. My first finish of the year was actually as a model stitcher. So if you don't know, I was a model stitcher for the wonderful Kathy Barrick this year. I did 2 models for her, and those were my first 2 finishes of the year. So the first model that I did was for Cookie Cutters 2. So she did a series of 4, I believe, in total of these Cookie Cutters patterns, and I model stitched the cat. Isn't it cute? So that's mine. I did it and I love it. So that was my very first start of the year. So I started it on January 11th and I finished it on January 22nd. And of course, this is done by the wonderful Kathy Barrick. So if you pick up this chart, that's me right there, the kitty cat. All right, and then number 2 is the other model that I did. So this is actually for Cookie Cutters number 4. And guess which one I did? Did you guess the horse? Because that's the one I did. I did the horse on this one. So that's my little horse down there. I started this one. Oh, this is actually the 3rd one that I finished. But I started this one on March 23rd and I finished it on April 3rd. And I love it. I really want to do, I have all 4. Kathy graciously sent me all 4 of these charts. And I really want to do them, put them in like a little bowl as like a remembrance of that time that I was a model stitcher. So thank you, Kathy. I love them very much. My second finish of the year is the one that I can't find. I mean, I know it's in my Halloween box somewhere. I just didn't want to dig it out. So that was Little Baddie by Satsuma Street. I will put a picture of it. It's one of her paper ornaments. I started it on December 30th of last year, and I finished it on March 18th of this year, and I FFO'd it on April 1st. I wrote all that down. So that was actually my second finish of the year. And so those are the only 3 that were FFO'd. So everything else that I have has not been FFO'd. Okay. So number 4. So this is a classic haunt by Hands On Design. I'm folded in half so you guys can see it. And I apologize, I have a little bit of a cold. So this is a classic haunt by Hands On Design. This is with the called for overdyed threads, and this is done on 40 count Provence Lavender by Witchelt, I believe. And I think it turned out so pretty. I really like this piece. Me and 2 of my friends, Sporty Stitcher and Stitch a Latte, we all go on retreat, or at least we have been for these past 2 years in the fall. And one year we all fell in love with this pattern and then did an unofficial stitch along where we didn't intentionally all stitch it, but we all stitched it. So I really like this one and it's really fun. I want to do it maybe in like a pie tin or something like that. I think would be really pretty. So Yeah. You know, I love Kathy of Hands On Design. I'm, you know, the founding member of her unofficial fan club. So absolutely love it. 10 out of 10. Okay, number 5. So this is Little Fall Fling by Loohoo Stitches. This is so hilarious. That was even a WIP this year. So I got this as a freebie pattern at the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat in 2018, I believe. And I started this last year. Oh, I forgot to mention that with a Classic Hunt. I started that Classic Hunt. I started on December 15th of 2023, and I finished it on July 31st of this year. Little Fall Fling. So again, I started this last year when I did a whole bunch of new starts in the month of October. So I started this on October 1st of 2023, and I finished it September 5th. And what was really funny is I believe the only stitching that I had left, like when I pulled this back out this year, was just to do this line down here and then the back stitching. Like, girl, you really put it away with that little to do. I want to do this as a little pillow. So yeah, Little Fall Fling, Loohoo Stitches, very cute. I love little stitches like that. Okay, my next finish, I actually finished with Jessica and Carol at our retreat this year. So this is Quaker Banana Fob. I did my own color conversion with color and cotton flosses. I don't remember what the designer's name is for this one, like not Victoria Sampler. I'll put it down below, or I'll put it on the screen, who the designer is for this, but is that not the cutest? I love it so much. So, bananas are kind of my, I don't know, like calling card. I put bananas on a lot of things just for fun. And so this, of course, I saw It Is Kismet. I saw her doing this chart and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it because it's a banana. So I did it, and then I changed the colors to be Wild and Crazy. And I'm going to make it as a little key fob and probably put it, I don't know if I'm going to put it on my keys or if I'm going to put it like on my gym bag or something. I don't know. But I really, really like it. This is done on, I think this is some sort of lavender fabric. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put that also on the screen. I started this on July 27th of 2021, and I finished it on September 21st of 2024. Like, and again, I think I had most of it done except for like this green. Like, I hadn't continued this and done the green. Like, girl, again, just finish it. So I'm glad to have that one done. And then I pulled out this scrap of Tula Pink fabric that I'm going to use as the backing. So, I mean, again, this will be a quick finish once I, finally get off my butt and finish it. Okay, this is another one. This I started at our retreat this year. I got the chart, the floss, and the fabric at Lynn's in Madison, Wisconsin. And so this is called Chubby Bee. And if you don't know, my husband calls me Bee. And of course our business is called the Electric Bee. So there's a lot of bees in my life. And so I was just like, oh man, same. I'm a chubby bee. So I stitched this again with the called for floss. It's so cute. I really, really like it. I don't know if I'm going to turn this into like an ornament or maybe like a circular flat fold of some way so that I can kind of display it, or maybe I'll have to do like a circular frame so I can put it back where my long arm is as part of our business. So Chubby Bee. I believe this is Jeanette Douglas that designed it. Love it. I think there's a chubby bunny, maybe another chubby animal, but I did the bee. All right, and then second, I have two more. So this is one that I started. Okay, so Chubby Bee I started on September 21st and I finished it on September 22nd. So it was a quick start and finish. The next one, I started this one on Halloween of 2023, so October 31st, and I finished it on October 19th of this year because, oh my gosh, I love it. And this is using all the called for floss. So this is Halloween Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. And oh my gosh, is it not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? This linen is Tin Roof by Weeks Dye Works. It is absolute perfection. Yeah, I believe it's Tin Roof. Yep. 40 count tin roof. 1/2 with the called for floss. Oh my gosh. So Carol, who goes on the retreat with me, she was working on this when I met her back in 2017 at the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat. She had this and she was working on it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Where'd you get it? Where can I get it? Well, she ended up gifting me the chart after she was done with it. And so I was like, well, I have to stitch that. So I love it. I love it so much. Oh, I just love these fonts. I have a thing for fonts, which is why I think I love hands-on design so much, because Kathy just has the best fonts. And this kind of reminded me of that, is all those like fun, creepy fonts. And like Tin Roof, can we talk about how this is like the best fabric? I think I'm definitely going to frame this. And I think, I don't know, do some ornaments or something on the leftovers, because there's more than enough fabric to do something at least with the bottom. Love it. And then last but not least, this is another Kathy hands-on design. This one I did on, I believe this is 40 count Mystic by Picture This Plus linen. So this is called the Tree Lot, again by Hands-on Design. And instead of doing them as 3 separate trees, I did all mine in a row. I started this one on December 27th of last year, 2023, and I finished it on December 8th of 2024. And I think they're so pretty. I really, really like them. And I love it on this dark blue. I think the models were done on black, like a chalkboard kind of look. And so I decided to do mine on Mystic, which is like a really dark blue. And I think, like, especially once I cut, because I'll frame it, I think what I'm gonna do is like frame it or make a long, like flat fold, I think would be really pretty with like a, you know, a nice fabric border. But like, I think that's gonna look really pretty once I finish it. Oh, I love it so much. And so, yeah, so that was it. Those were my finishes of this year. There's only 9 of them. And I mean, most of them are really tiny. So again, I didn't do a whole lot of stitching this year, and that's what I finished. Yeah. Up next, we're going to talk about WIPs. WIPs. So these are projects that I worked on. Some of them were started this year. In fact, I think 2 of them were started this year. But the rest are just WIPs that I worked on this year. And then that huge pile behind me is all the WIPs I didn't work on this year. But I'm going to show you them anyway, but we'll save them till the end. I will talk about the bags that they are in, what they are. So this year, I made a conscious effort to make sure that every single one of my WIPs is in like a nice fabric project bag, because I'm a sewer. I know, you know, how to make project bags. I might as well have nice project bags for all my projects. Now, that's not to say there aren't a few in here that are not, but I'm making a conscious effort to make bags for at least all of my projects. So these are in order of oldest to newest of when I started them. So not necessarily in the order of which I stitched them this year. And then another thing that I did this year is not only did I make sure that everything was in a bag, I also labeled all the bags, and I made little cards for every single one that says, so that when I do my Flosstube updates, I can easily just be like, okay, so this is Clown Alphabet by Just Cross Stitch Magazine. You know, it has the fabric, the floss, etc. So I can just easily have that information for you guys. So all that to say, this is Clown Alphabet. So this is in a project bag that I made with a nice big poppy on the front. So this is Clown Alphabet. It's from Just Cross Stitch Magazine. I started this one on April 2nd of 2019. A little bit. I bought this on Stash Unload for like 50 cents. And so that's what it's going to look like finished. I'm doing mine as one big piece, just like the front. And these clowns are really weird. Some of them are just kind of doing weird things. I'm doing this on 28 count Jobelin from MCG Textiles, and I'm using all the called for DMC. So This year, I think I finished M and started working on N. And this one is really big. So I got quite a bit left to go. Or maybe, did I have L done? I don't remember. But that's where I am right now. So I still got a lot of letters to go, but you know, we're making progress. But my husband, Jeremy, really likes this one. And I bet, I mean, if it were up to him, I would probably work on it till the end. But I'm doing this 1/1. So that is quite the commitment. So we'll see. I typically work on it every year at some point in time. So we'll get it out again. Okay, up next, this is a Momily bag made by Emily C. This came with a chart that her and Lindy Stitches collaborated on. And if you bought the chart when it released, you also got this bag. So that's what this is. And this is Summer Quaker by Rosewood Manor. Yep, got my little card. I started this on December 2nd of 2021. I am using the called for fabric and the called for floss. So this is 32 count truffle by Picture This Plus using the called for Valdani. I have the thread pack. And then, yep, here's what it's going to look like. I've already done spring. So this is summer. And then I have fall and winter. But I was trying to do the ones, spring was my least favorite of the 4. So I'm kind of working my way because fall, oh my God, so beautiful. So yeah, I started this when I was on retreat and I worked on this, I think quite a bit this year. And this is where I'm at. So I've made it all the way to the top and then I'm just kind of working my way down. There is an error somewhere in this region, but I don't know where, and we're just going to make it work. It's one of those where, because these motifs are kind of far apart, you'll never notice if I kind of just fudge it. So yeah, I'm really liking it. I really love the colors. I like this pink fabric. I think it's turning out really pretty. So yeah, so that's Summer Quaker by Rosewood Manor, all called for. And I like it. I mean, I like all of these. Otherwise, I wouldn't work on them, right? Up next, this is Ocean Blue Stocking by my love, Kathy Barrick. This one is done on the 40 count linen. That is, I believe it's, yeah, Arctic by Picture This Plus. I am using the DMC conversion, so I'm not using the fancy floss. And I love this. I want to get it back out. It's really more, like, in my mind, summery because it's, like, you know, the ocean. Oh, I should show you. I'm a professional, you know. So, this is what's going to look like finished. So just a really long, skinny whale stocking, and I love it. Love it. And I am almost done with the long, skinny part. So I have, probably can't even see. I was too tall, but I got to do the alphabet up here at the top. I think I'm going to outline these gulls here because they're pretty hard to see. So I might outline them. And then I just need to do kind of the toe down at the bottom and it will be done. I really, really like this one. And, you know, that's the weird thing about stockings, right, is I'm going to have a lot of extra fabric. So I will have, you know, be able to use it for something else. I like this fabric Arctic. It's not just light blue. There's definitely some green to it, which is really pretty. But I'm hoping this one's high on my list to be a finish in 2025. And this is Rachel Hauer fabric, or her first line, Cattails. And it's so pretty. I really love her artwork. So, yeah. Okay, up next, we have, oh, this one I just finished working on. So this is Santa's Coming to Town by Satsuma Street. Oh no, Stitchrovia. My bad. So this is Santa's Coming to Town by Stitchrovia. I'm doing it on 32 count gray linen. I'm not sure who it was just in my stash. And I'm using the called for DMC. I started this on December 2nd of 2023. And this is from a book, actually, that my grandma gave me. And so that's what it's going to look like finished. And I am officially halfway. Oh, and this bag I made myself. This is one of my very first bags. It basically has no interfacing. I think I used fusible fleece, but it's like really thin fusible fleece. So I love it. That's all I'm gonna say is I love it. It's my very first bag. I remember sewing that zipper and just being so proud of myself that I like sewed a zipper. But anyway, I'm halfway. So I stopped this morning, and I am officially halfway. Yeah. Up next, so this is in a Tim Holtz Tiger Lily project keeper that I made for me and my friends. I made 3 of these for us, and this is mine. I really like these project keepers. They're definitely more intensive to make than your standard project bag because there's a lot of pockets, especially if you end up doing the floss pockets, but I think these are so cute and so fun. So this is the OG keeper, and again, that's Tim Holtz fabric on the front. Well, the whole thing is Tim Holtz fabric, really. But this is Halloween Eve by the Cricket Collection. So that's what it will look like finished. This I'm doing on 32 even weave. This was a Halloween color and cotton special edition from, I believe, 2028 maybe? Or 2018, 2028, geez. 2018. I'm using all the called for DMC and Krynic. I started this on on October 11th of 2023. And I actually worked on this quite a bit this year because I was really only had the moon done last year. So this is where I'm at. And the Krynic, oh my gosh, it just makes a sparkle. So I got the moon done. And then I think I got most of Dracula done and then most of the skeleton done. But yeah, it's so cute. I really, really like it. I mean, I love Halloween. So of course I'm like, oh my God, it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. But I'm really enjoying doing that. And it's turning out like, I mean, okay, I say it's like smaller than I thought I'd be. Well, it's like, well, duh, Rachel, did you read the pattern and see the sizes? Of course not. Does anyone actually do that? I guess when I'm figuring out like what size fabric, then I figure that out. But like otherwise I just go, oh, okay. Anyway. Okay, up next. So this is a bag that I made. And this was one of my friends and I's sew along that we did. This is Fancy Blacket. I think this is called Harvest Dance or something like that. And I turned it into this project bag. I think it turned out really cute. I got some wood on the back, but I think it turned out really cute. I like to use my cross stitch on project bags, especially ones that I'm not gonna like, you know, carry around all the time, because I think it adds just a little bit of fun. And yeah. So in here, so this is the Bounty Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. And this is what it's gonna look like finished. Of course, I love the acorns and the leaves and the corn, weird corn. You want me to stitch a chart, put weird corn in it. I am stitching this on 32 count legacy linen from Picture This Plus. I am using a conversion of my own doing for the floss. I'm using a combination of Gast, Weeks Dye Works, and Classic Color Works. Some of it's called for, some of it is just my own sort of sub-ends. And I started this on October 16th of 2023. And I got pretty far, I think. So I did, when I picked this up, I think I had like 2 leaves and like this branch done. And so I finished all the leaves on the one side and I did all the pumpkins. And I think it's really cute. And then I started in on the 1/1 words. So look at all those. Yikes. I guess I could have finished it. Yeah. So yeah, that is Bounty Sampler by Plum Street. And I can't wait to get to the weird corn. I'm saving that for last. That's what I usually do with cross stitch, is I save the part that I really want to stitch for last. Otherwise, like, I have a hard time finishing it. All right. Up next, this is in a bag that I made with this silly fabric that I found, and I kind of made these like Valentine's, like just silly bags. So this is Autumn Royalty by Lindy Stitches. I'm doing this on 32 count shale by Picture This Plus, which I believe is the called for. Yep, this is the called for. So this is what they look like finished. So it's 3 different charts. And sorry, this is my printout. So I started with the Lord of Gourds, this guy down here. And this was fun to work on. So there he is. The Lord of Gourds. Yep, I started working on his gourds. I got him done and then started working on the gourds. But love it. I can't wait to have all of these done. Make little pillows. I have kind of a basket that I can put, like a little dough bowl that I can put pillows in. I don't have enough pillows to like fill it and make it cute. Up next, so this was my pool project. So this is in a Tula Pink bag, which was perfect for the pool this summer because it's plastic. So pool water couldn't get in. And it's a, you know, excuse me, seasonally appropriate chart. So this is Knee High by my love, Hands On Design. I'm doing this on a 32 count light mocha. I'm using my own thread conversion. I'm using Color and Cotton and Gentle Arts. So, making a big mess down here. So this is what it's going to look like. And again, weird corn. I mean, corn is never, it's just not what corn looks like. And Kathy's from Iowa, so she knows this isn't what corn looks like. But I love it. I love it so much. And yes. So this is what mine looks like. And I think I got pretty far this summer. Let's see. This little tiny bit of the flag. But I basically got the whole top half done. I'm still filling in like the words and stuff. I get kind of bored just filling in this hill. So then I kind of started down there on the flag. But yeah, I think when winter goes away and we go to the pool, start going to the pool again, this is a perfect pool project. So I have no problems bringing it to the pool again. Okay. So this next one, I actually started this year. Oh, Knee High. I started October 22nd of last year. So this is another Tiger Lily Project Keeper that I made. I made this one for my birthday. I love this fabric. I believe this is from the Backyard Collection by Ruby Star Society. I love it. I love it so much. Look how pretty this is. And then I even made, pull this out. I even made myself like a little like floss keeper, and then I put, because I always like to have a magnet, and I use some Tula Pink ribbon, like this little cat. I mean, come on. It's so cute. So cute. Okay, so for literal years, I have been talking about how designers always put corn in their farm charts, but never beans. And in my previous life, I worked in soybeans. I still really love soybeans. And I'm like, what about the beans? What about the beans? You're always putting in corn. Let's give beans a chance. So when I saw this, I added to cart so fast. I think my hands were on fire. This is the Green Bean Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I am using the Called For Fancy Floss on the Called For 40 count Colonial Green Linen by XU Designs. Oh my gosh. So I do not think that these are meant to be soybeans. However, in my world, they are. And in my world, This is not the green bean sampler, but the soybean sampler. And I thank you, Teresa, for finally acknowledging soy's place in this world. Very happy about that. So here's mine. I have not gotten very far. Let's see, what even direction does this go? It goes this way. So here's mine. This fabric is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. And yeah, so I haven't gotten very far. I'm doing this 1/2 on 40 count. I need to get this back out. The problem is it's so dark, it's really hard for me to see. And so I have to have good light, so it's not a very good travel project, but you know, so I wouldn't take it to work. But I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, I need to get this back out because it's so pretty. And it's in this pretty bag. So this was my birthday sampler, even though I didn't start it on my birthday. I started this on April 19th of 2024, which is just a few days after my birthday. So I'm calling it my birthday start. And like, I need to like go on retreat or something where I can just like show up with this, you know, and be like, okay, I'm ready. Love it. Love it. Okay. And last but not least, this is the last project that I worked on this year. And this was a new start for this year. So this is in my Grumpy Cat Christmas bag that I made last year, I believe. And it says Peppermint Please on the back, which I believe was the name of the fabric line. And that was because this is part of the salvage that I cut up. But anyway, I think this turned out really cute. And this is called Great White Christmas by Boomerang Stitches. And when I saw it, I couldn't help myself. I said, okay, add to cart. And I had a vision of finishing this because it's only one color, but the fabric that I'm using is ridiculous. So that's why I didn't necessarily get done. But it looks like this. So it says, I'm dreaming of a great white Christmas. And then, of course, there's the great white shark. And I love it so much. So I am using DMC 03. And I am doing mine on 40 count Gothic by Picture This Plus. I'm using a dark background and DMC 03. Might as well use one of the new ones, right? And yeah, I have a really, really big start. So watch out. This is like Tracy P edition. I guess you're not Tracy P anymore. You're Tracy V. Tracy V edition. Which, by the way, congratulations, Tracy. You're amazing. I'm so happy for you to have this little break. And, like, I'm rooting for you. But anyway, that's my little baby start. Yeah. I really like it. I mean, we're cruising right along. Basically, it's done. You know, any day now, we could call it complete. But I really like it. Again, though, because I'm using Mystic, you know, which is this dark purpley blue, you know, I need really good lighting to work on it. And, of course, it's on 40 count, so it's, like, triply difficult, which I don't know why I did that to myself, but I did, so, you know. So those were all my whips of the year. And I didn't actually start all that many things, to be honest. This year I started 1, 2, 3, 4. I only started 5 things. So, and 2 of those were the ones that I did for Kathy Barrick. So I don't even know if those count. So, and then, yeah, and then Chubby B I finished. So, you know, really I only added 2 things to my whip pile this year. And I think, and you know, I finished some other stuff. So I think I'm doing great. I'm doing great. All right, up next, we will go through the giant stacks behind me and talk about the whips that I didn't work on this year, but I'll show you anyway. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the rest of my whips. Again, these are sadly ones I did not work on this year. 2025, I'm hoping to touch more of my projects, but we'll see. I do this for fun, and I really stitch what I want when I want, to be honest. So we'll just see how we go with these projects. But again, these are in chronological order, oldest to newest from when I started it. So up first, this is a Tula Pink bag that I made. This was when I got my machine and I tried out the embroidery module. So I made a whole bunch of these I embroidered a whole bunch of these bananas, which again is kind of like my signature. And then I just like made crazy patchwork for this bag, which I really love. And this is Beauty and the Beast, Falling in Love. This is an out of print Thomas Kincaid MCG Textiles kit. It will look like this when it's finished. And these kits are crazy. Like, these charts are insane. I had a whole bunch of these and I ended up selling them. And this is the one that I kept because I was like, realistically, I'm not going to stitch these. You know, they're out of print and there is a million floss. So I ended up, this is actually a combination. So Lady of the Flag is the one, like the bobbins, and then all of this floss here, I carded it and put all the, is for this project. So I organized it. And yeah, so again, this is Beauty and the Beast, Falling in Love by MCG Textiles. I am doing this on the called for 18 count Aida that came with the kit with the called for floss. And I started this on May 21st of 2017. So long time ago. And this is where it's at. Not very far, am I? I got a lot of ways to go, but this is basically all confetti, which isn't my favorite, and it's full coverage. But I'm hoping, you know, that's kind of, at the end of the video, I might talk about goals. I mean, I can talk about them now. But I would like to touch a lot more of my projects, even if it's just for a month or, you know, a week even. Like, I have obviously more than 12 projects. But it would be nice to at least get some stitches into things, especially some of my older ones. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, up next, this is a bag that I made. I believe this fabric is from Walmart, and it's just, I think it's really cute. I love Easter. This is Child's Prayer. This was a kit that my grandma had, because when her eyes started to go, she gave me all of her cross-stitch stuff, and this was in there. And it was so weird that I couldn't help but be like, okay, I'll stitch it. This is from Paragon Needlecraft. I don't know the fabric count because it's one of those like printed ones. It's a printed canvas. So I guess this is kind of needlepoint, but it's X's. And I'm using the floss and everything from the kit. And it's, so this is what it looks like. And like my grandma's handwriting is in it. And I just really like it. You know, like this was my grandma's, and that means something to me. But it's super weird. The floss is insane. Like, what are these colors? I don't know, but I like it. Oop. And again, it's one of those printed sort of canvases. So that's how far I got. I started on the cat. I believe I did this for Stitch Mania one year. And yeah, that's as far as I've gotten. So we'll see. Maybe one of these days I'll get it out and work on it. It'd be fun to have, at least as, you know, something fun. That was my grandma's. But, you know, this is definitely one of those where if I never finish it, that's okay. Like, I just enjoy, you know, doing something that was my grandma's. Oh, I have like a bag within a bag. You guys do that? I must have gotten lazy and been like, well, we're upgrading from the Ziploc. We'll just put the Ziploc inside of there. Whatever. Okay, up next. This is in another Tula Pink bag that I made with the homemade fabric line, and I put some funky ribbon on there. I love it. This is Butterfly Lace Mandala. This one, I definitely want to get some work on this year. This is by Chatelaine. This is on 28 count white Joblin using all the called for floss. I have the kit. I started this on December 8th of 2017. I believe this was right around when, sadly, she passed away. So I honestly don't know if I have a picture of it now that I'm kind of looking through this. I do not. So I will put on the screen what a picture of what this is supposed to look like finished. Oop. And this is where I'm at. So I did, and I believe this is where I stopped it back in 2017 when I started it. And yeah, I think it's really pretty and I need to get this back out. It just intimidates me, but like, I don't know why. It's just, you know, like there's really good instructions on all the specialty stitches, and, you know, I want to do the 1/1 butterflies, and oh, it's going to be so pretty, but I just haven't gotten it out. And this piece of fabric is so big. So yeah, that's butterfly lace mandala. And like, I mean, look at, so I got the kit. I believe my mom gave me the kit from European Cross Stitch Company for my birthday one year. Like, like some of these flosses are just, oh, they're juicy and delicious. Up next, this is a bag that I made. This was like a panel that Ruby Star Society had a few years ago, and then I cut it up and made project bags out of it. So I put these bears on the back, and it's super cute. This is Old McDonald's Farm. So I started this. This I need to finish. So I started this was a New Year, New Start back in 2018. So this was January 1st, 2018. This is Old McDonald's Farm by the Victoria Sampler. And I'm doing this on 28 count Joblin in sky blue. I bought the kit from Stitchville. That's what it's going to look like. So this is where I'm at. So I got a few more bands to do. But yeah, one of these days I will finish this for my little Vivi. And yeah, it's fun. I like it. I love anything farm, you know, like that's just what I'm always into. Farm, plants, all that kind of stuff. All right, up next. So this is a Momily bag. Emily actually sent this to me. She messaged me, this was a long time ago, and she messaged me, she's like, hey, I found this fabric, I made a bag, and I have to send it to you. And I'm like, okay. And then, of course, it was corn, which is, I mean, totally on brand. This is Four Seasons Birds. This is an old Janlin kit from Walmart that I bought many, many moons ago. And I think my intent was to give this to my mom. I'm not sure. Because it looks like a Marjolaine sort of picture, but it's not. It's designed by Nancy Rossi for Cooler Design Studio. But I really like it. Again, it's from Walmart. I'm using the kit 14 count Ada. I started this on January 30th of 2019. And I put the floss, this is going to be just absolutely insane. So the floss came on these cards, and some of them I still have on the cards because I didn't have enough room. But then I had, remember when these were popular to sort your floss? So I stuck it on this thing, and it kind of just like, it's kind of a mess, but you know, we can make it work. I feel like floss always kind of looks like a mess until it's not a mess. And I made some decent progress on it. I believe I have this one almost done, and I even started backstitching it. So yeah, I really like this project. Like, I think it's going to look so fun when I get all the backstitching done. I just, you know, it's never like on the forefront of my brain. I took this, we went on a family vacation years ago, out to Mount Rushmore, and I brought this project with me and worked on it. And I think maybe that's probably the last time I worked on it, to be honest. But yeah, Four Seasons Birds. Okay, up next, this is a bag that Carol made me. I really like it. It has pumpkins. This is Who's Scared of Crows by Mosey and Me. I'm using a 28 count Joblin, white Joblin from MCG Textiles. And I'm using all the called for floss, which is DMC and Weeks Dyes work. And look how old this baby is. So this was published in 2001, and it has a real photograph on the cover. Love it. Love to see it. I always wonder, like with these photographs that they used to put on charts, like did they go to like, you know, Walgreens or whatever and like get pictures? I don't know. This was up until I left my job recently. This was my work project. So I would bring this into work and work on it during lunch. And of course, all the guys I worked with thought I was insane. So that's how far I got. And yeah, I really like it. I need to finish it because he just has pants. Just Mr. Pants over here. And yeah, I think it's really cute. Very cute. Okay, get that back in there. up next. So Lori Holt a few years ago came out with these bag panels. So it was like a big piece of fabric that then you cut up and make bags out of. And so I made the bags, and these are her zippers. So this is Lady of the Flag by Mirabilia. And I was very lucky that someone sold this to me, their copy, when the re-release came out. So I got this for the price that the re-release came out at, which in 2018. So this is Lady of the Flag by Mirabilia. And I am doing mine on the preamble fabric from the Primitive Hair. And I need to finish this one. I need to get out too, but I'm on that part where you got to do like her big yellow dress. So this is mine. And I really think that my husband would love to have this one in our house. It definitely says like Jeremy to me, but I just haven't. I am doing her skin. So now I'm going to wear it like a bib. I'm doing her skin 1/1. So she's going to be holding the light up there. And yeah, there's all the call for DMC. I did my mermaid, Siren in the Shipwreck. I did with the skin 1/1, and it's so beautiful. Of course, with a mermaid, she's got all that skin. It's kind of tedious, but I think it looks so beautiful. So yeah, that's another one. But like, look at that dress. I mean, you got to do like all of that dress. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's another one I really should pull out and work on, because I really love her and I want her done. And yeah, Lady of the Flag. Excuse me. All right, up next. So this is a bag again that I made. This is using all my Ruby Star Society selvages that I just sewed together, and I think it looks so cute. They're actually, Ruby Star Society is now coming out with a fabric collection this year that's called Selvage or something, and like it has all their selvages. So I'm like, well, anyway, I saved them because I think they look so cute. So this is Haunted Halloween. This is by Fat Quarter Shop. This was one of their free stitch alongs back in 2023. So this is on 28 count Jobelin and Lavender Sunset. I started this on June 1st, 2023. And this is what it looks like. And this is my little baby start. I was so delusional because I thought that I would keep up with it. And I did not keep up with it. This isn't even like clue number 1. But I really like it. And I'm excited. I'm doing the DMC version. And I'm excited to have it done someday. So that's that. And I'm doing this a 1/1. So that also makes it fun. But, sometimes 1/1 is fun. Everything just ends up really tiny and cute. All right. Next, this is another bag that I made. This is the Funky Menagerie by Lindy Stitches that I did a full Rachel conversion on. None of these are called for colors. It is all what I wanted. And I made it into this fun project bag that has like a pastel rainbow on the back. I really like it. So this is Baby Got Backstitch by Heartstring Samplery. I am using 36 count French Lilac from Picture This Plus. I am using DMC. And I don't remember, so this is what it looks like. It's really cute. You'll see. I have another one of these too that I'm doing. Oh yeah, huge start. Warn you. I'm basically done. I got a CK. Obviously, not very far along on this one. And I'm using DMC. I'm using B5200 on mine. Another one, I should just pull it out. I love using dark fabric, but, they are harder to stitch on. So I really should get that out, considering I have CK done. Come on, Rachel. Better than that. All right. Up next. So this is another one of those dude bags that I made. This guy, he plays baseball, obviously. One love. So I made this bag. Fun. And in here, I don't have it labeled, Rachel. This is another Mirabilia. This is Mermaid of the Pearls. Look how pretty she is. Oh, she's going to be beautiful. Where's my little card? So I'm doing this on 32 count Jubilant and Calypso by Picture This Plus. I'm using all the called for DMC and Krynic. I started this on October 3rd of 2023. Where is it? It's back here. I think I got, a tiny little start. But I think she's going to be really pretty. I honestly don't know. Based on the picture, I think it goes this way. Sure. So yeah, I really like this fabric. Picture This Plus does a really good Jubilant, or at least, I mean, I haven't bought Picture This Plus fabric in a long time. But I really like it. So yeah. All right. Okay. And then we have, at least in this stack, so this is a bag that I made with Tula Pink Pinkerville. I English paper pieced this front panel and then made a project bag from it. I saw Elizabeth Ann of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. She did something very similar. And so I had to too. In here is 2 Hexie by my bestie, Hands On Design. So that's what it looks like. They're super cute. So I thought, it's English paper piece Hexies. I might as well, do them or put it in my English paper piecing bag. So I started with, and I'm going to, make a pin cushion just like she has it finished. I started with, and I'm using all the called for, I believe. Let me find my card. Excuse me. Ah, there it is. Yep. 32 count straw and the called for floss. I started this on October 4th of 2023. And there's my little start. It's the tomato. And so I took this piece of fabric and I divvied it up. So I only need half of it, but I already kind of have it divided into the 6 little ones, and then I can put the big one over here. Whew. All right. Let's take a little break. A little break for me to go get the other stack, and then we'll come back and finish this up. All right. Last stack of project bags. So this is a project bag that I made. I think it's really cute. This is Sabrina and Harry Gobblespell by RATM. Very cute, very cute. I think I have another one of these with these 2 turkeys. And I am doing mine on a 28 count linen in lime. It's like an unknown. Someone sent this to me. And I'm using the called for DMC. It's one of those linens that's like very, see-through. But I started this on October 5th of 2023, and that's where I got. I have like barely enough fabric, but I think my intent is to do either, I don't think I'm going to frame it. I think I'm just going to do like a flat fold. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm the one that has to deal with my own tiny margins. So yeah, I think this will be one of the projects that I work on for Halloween this year. Okay. Up next, this is another bag that I made. So I've stitched this. This is Sex Pistols by Clouds Factory. And I turned it into this project bag. And this is Biggie Bee by the Bee Cottage. I'm doing this on 28 count Jubilant in Stormy Gray. And I'm using the called for DMC. I started this on October 6th of last year. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And here's mine. I could pull this out and finish it. But, I mean, he also looks kind of like an alien. And I kind of like that. So, yeah. That'll go, with my long arm in the long arm studio, as that's all bee themed. And be fun. Be fun. Up next, this is in like a Stitch Supply Co. bag. And this is Mighty Minnesota Counts. I believe Carol gave this to me, or maybe Jessica gave this to me. I can't remember which one of you ladies did. I don't even know. This is by Spare Moments Company. And yeah, I went to the University of Minnesota. I am from Minnesota. I'm doing this just on, I think, 16 count white Aida. And that's how far I got. I started this on October 7th of last year. Love it. I should get this out. I think, yeah, it doesn't even have floss colors on it. So I had to go through my floss and find a maroon and gold that I liked. Which is funny. But, you know, go Gophers. Okay. Up next. This is another one of those Lori Holt bag panel bags. And this is Hoot by Lizzie Kate. And this is a Biscornu. This is another one of those where it wasn't a Ziploc bag, and then I just was lazy and shoved the Ziploc bag in the bag. So, Hoot Biscornu. I am doing this on 32 count Graceful Gray from Witchelt. I'm doing my own floss conversion. I'm using Color and Cotton, Weeks Dye Works, DMC, and Gentle Arts. And I started this on October 8th. There's where I got. So I got the border at least of the first one, and I started filling in the little crows. Very cute. I've never made a Biscornu before, so that'll be fun when I actually get around to finishing it. Okay, up next, I made a bunch of these strawberry bags from Ruby Star Society. So this is one of them. And this is Magic Garden Sampler. This is by Shakespeare's Peddler. Looks like that. I believe I'm doing mine on Legacy. Yep, 32 count Legacy from Picture This Plus. And I'm doing my own floss conversion. And I don't know if I love it yet. So there's my little start. I think I need to stitch more of it because I really like this chart. And I mean, it definitely looks like the chart. But I don't know. I don't know if I love it yet. I think I need to stitch more of it. But I love this chart because it's got a purple watermelon. And I like that. Alrighty. Up next, you can tell the things I like are Halloween, anything garden, and farms. This is another one of those Ruby Star Society strawberry bags that I made. And this is Festive Little Fobs by Heartstring Samplery. And this is the, oh guess, it's the Summer Garden series. And I'm actually, I mean, I had these at work at one point in time. So I've completed, I guess, I mean, technically, you know, I had some finishes here. So here's the little broccoli. And I'm going to make these into tiny pillows. So I know I have like no margin, but you know, I'll figure it out. And then I did the carrots. And then I started in on, I believe these are mushrooms. Yep, mushrooms. So yeah, and I'm obviously doing this on scraps. Like, what even is this? I don't know. And this is this fabric. Yeah, like, what is this random scrap? Again, I don't know. That's what I'm stitching these on. They're perfect for this kind of thing. This is 32 count Vintage Country Mocha from Zweigart. I started this on October 10th of 2023. This one needs a project bag because this is in one of these bags, which are not bad bags. So this is Think Happy, Be Happy Row by Bent Creek. I'm doing this on 28 count Jobelin from MCG Textiles. I'm using my own floss, Color and Cotton, Gloriana, and Dinky Dyes. And then I started this on October 12th of 2023. So this is what it'll look like. And it comes with the button. And here's mine. And this one's fun because this is totally a random scrap. But it's so long and skinny, it totally works. So, yeah. Why thoughts? Why thoughts? I like it. I like it. this would be a good car project. If I ever go on a road trip or something, this would be a good one to bring. Okay, up next. So this is in an octopus bag, again from that same panel that I made project bags out of. This one I pieced together the back. This was part of the salvage that, again, I kind of pieced into the bag. And this one is not labeled. In here this is called Country Champion Pig. This is what it's going to look like. There was a whole series. I found this one in a magazine of my grandma's. She only had the pig though. She doesn't have the cow, the sheep, the cow or the sheep, just the pig. And I love the pig. My daughter loves pigs. So yeah, Country Champions Pigs. This is on 36 count blue smoke from Zweigart using the called for DMC. I started this on October 13th. And oh man, what a start. What a start. I don't know if this is, that can't be, that has to be his back. Yeah. See, I don't even know what's up or down. But there's my start. Pretty pathetic. We should get this out. I mean, I need the pink. And he's a pink pig. All right, this is a bag that Carol made for me. This is Farm Life by Little House Needleworks. I'm doing this on 32 even weave in mermaid tails. And I'm using all the called for DMC. Because I don't know, to me, I really like this chart. But I feel like the brown fabric makes it look like it's in the Dust Bowl and then everything's dying. So I wanted to do mine more on a blue to be like more sky or more, you know, lively. But I really like this one. Again, though, you know, where's the beans? So they got carrots, they got corn, they got pumpkins. I guess the beans are right there. But I bet those are supposed to be peas. I'll call them beans. I'll call them beans. And oh yeah, another amazing start we got going on here. I should get this one back out. Just some carrots. Just some little carrots. Alrighty. Okay, up next. Another one that desperately needs a bag. This is Great Expectations by Just Nan. And I'm using the called for DMC, and this was a random scrap of tan fabric that was in my stash. Whoop. So this is what it looks like, and it came with this bird or this nest charm that's in the middle. And here is my start. Pretty small. This is another one that would be fun to work on, like on a road trip or something, because I feel like it'd be good for the car. But there's that one. And then we have, this is another English paper piece bag that I made. So I English paper pieced this panel and then turned it into a project bag. I think it turned out really cute. And in here is The Winter is Past by Blackbird Designs. This is my only Blackbird. This is 32 count even weave in doubloon from Picture This Plus, and I'm using the called for Weeks Dye Works. This is what it looks like. I really like all the blues. This would be fun. Actually, this would be a good stitch for January with all the blues. I don't know. Maybe the winter is past, meaning like it's past, but I don't know. And there's my start. Not too shabby. I really love this fabric. I've done a different project on doubloon and I liked it as well. So a cute little start. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Okay. Another one that needs a bag. So this is Watercolor Hot Air Balloons. This is the Seekist design. Looks like that. Again, with the real picture. This is from, oh, what year? I'm not sure what year this was published, but probably in the 90s. So I'm doing this on 28 count Jobelan in what? No. It says white. I do not think that this is white. These are all, these are like random neon flosses that I happen to have. They're not branded, but they're the neon colors. And yeah, so this was my little start. Yeah, I'll put it on top of here. But yeah, pretty fun. I'm having a good time doing these. They're just kind of silly. And yeah, I had this piece of fabric. This is Jobelan in lime. So my note is incorrect. Okay. All right. Yet another one of these man bags. This guy plays basketball and he said, "Our love's a slam dunk." How nice. How nice. But another one of these bags. And this is Hoop. There it is. This again, this is another one of these from Heartstring Samplery in the same, I think there's a third one that's in this series. And I am doing mine on 40 count Huntress from Picture This Plus, and I'm using my own floss. And I have a better start on this one than just to see better Baby Got Backstitch. I mean, look at this fabric. It's like that dark maroony purple. Oh, I love it. I love this. I think this is B5200 that's on here. Yep, B5200. 1/2. Oh, I love dark fabric. Okay. This is a little Mama Joan bag that they gave us in 2017 at the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat. And it even has, you know, little charms on it. So I really like that. This is November Sampler. Diana, it is Kismet sent this to me. So it looks like this. And it came as a kit. So let's see. Yep, November. It has corn, weird corn. That's how she knew. She asked me if I wanted it. And I was like, well, yeah, it's got weird corn on it. And let's see. Did I get the full border done? I must have. This little guy is not very big. So there we go. And I think I just didn't like the fabric it came with. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. So it came with, yeah, this fabric, but it was so tiny I couldn't put it in my frame and I didn't like it. So I just pulled this out of my scraps. Or, you know, it was just something that I had. But yeah, I have all the, it's actually like really nice, like silk floss. Maybe I'll pull this out in November of 2025. Because I don't think it would take all that much to get it done. Okay. This is another one of those little Lori Holt bags. She had 2 sizes. So this was the smaller one. And this is R is for Rooster by Sweetheart Tree. I've done the C is for cat. So this is R is for Rooster. I'm doing this, and this all comes as a kit. So this is on the 28 count. Summer khaki linen, called for. I started this on October 23rd. And man, wow. Really what a start we got going on there. Just a little rooster head. Okay. All right, up next, this is in another Tula Pink bag. This is the one with the lemurs. It's kind of fun. This is a Shepherd's Bush. This is Baby Bug Ball by Shepherd's Bush. And this one's kind of fun. This one came as a kit, so the linen and then all the threads and the beads, I'll show you. So it came with this floss card. So I put, you know, all the silk on there. And then all the beads, you know, came in one of these baggies. And look at my start. So he is the middle one. So he's the bee. And he's the one I started with. Isn't he cute? He's very cute. A little hat. I should get this one out. I'm going to say that for every single one. Like, I should get this out. I should get this out. Girl. Yeah. Someday I'll be retired, and when that happens, I will have things to do. Let's put it that way. Another one that needs a bag. This is another Just Nan. So this is Pearl Orchid by Just Nan. And I don't know if I have the, oh, here it is. The picture was like on the sticker. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And it came as a kit. So the fabric and the beads, I think, came in the kit. Or are there beads? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of a mess. Yeah, so there's the silk and then the beads. But the silk, I believe, is only used, I don't know. Oh, it's on the outside. Like there's a border around the outside, and that's done with the silk. So I'm using the Call for DMC, and that's my start. Really pretty. Can't see a lot of it because it's pink on pink, but it's really pretty. Another like would be a good one for the car. I like act like I'm in the car all the time. I mean, I am. I drive a lot, but like I'm the one driving, which is no fun. Okay, this is yet another bag that my friend Carol made. I really like it. She does such a good job. This is A New Constellation by Plum Street. I like this series. I don't know if she's calling it a series, but I think she should call it a series. I've done, I can't remember the name of the other one that I've done. So I decided to start this one. And I am doing this on Oaken, 32 count Oaken by Picture This Plus, using all the called for floss, fancy floss, DMC, Classic Colorworks, and Weeks Dye Works. And this is my start. I like this fabric. It's like dark and moody. I like it a lot. I think this flag at the bottom is going to be real fun. And of course, doing all this fill in is going to like kill me, but it'll be fine. So what I'll do is I'll probably do the flower down to where I can start this. So at least I can start getting it out of the way. But yeah, pretty fun. I love Plum Street samplers. All right, we got what, 2 more? Okay, so this is Trick or Treat by Perry Moon. This is a Nightmare Before Christmas bag that I made. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. It's one of my absolute favorite movies, and my 3 favorite characters, of course, are Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I think Barrel is my favorite of the 3, but the trick-or-treaters are my favorite in the movie. You know, they're Boogie's boys, and I love them. I love them so much. So I put them on the bag. Everyone focuses on Jack and Sally, but, you know, the trick-or-treaters, I think, are where it's at. And I thought it was appropriate that I put them in here. So I actually won this chart. See, look, I got it in a nice Ziploc. You know, you can't throw that away. It's a nice bag. I won this at the Cross Stitch Retreat, like in the raffle in 2017. Oh, and look! I even made a grime guard to match with Jack's face. How fun. How fun. Okay. Anyway, I won this as a chart. I won this chart in a raffle. So this is it. I don't know if this one's still available on their website anymore, but I really like it. I think they're so kind of funny. I'm doing this on 25 count guacamole from Weeks Dye Works using all the called for DMC and Kreinik. And here is my little start. Cute, huh? Excuse me. I think this one's going to be fun. Very fun. Oh, and I started that one on October 28th of 2023. All right, and last, but certainly not least, we have my last Lori Holt bag. And this is another hands-on design. So this is Turn Up the Beat. And there's the option of doing it on black or doing it on white. And I am doing mine on 32 count charcoal Belfast linen. And, you know, just another, you know, really, really big start. So yeah, I think this one will turn into my pool stitching if I finish knee high, but we'll see. Knee high has a lot of stitching with that flag. But who knows, I might pull it out, but I just love it. I mean, come on, it's got beans on the bottom. I mean, it's supposed to be peas. I get it because it says peas, but, you know, again, in my world, they're beans. Oh, and that's it. That's all my WIPs. That's a lot of WIPs. It's a lot of projects. I'm tired. Are you tired? Oy vey. So let's talk about next year, 2025. I think much like every other year, I have some goals, but mostly I'm going to kind of stitch what I want when I want. And we'll just kind of see where the year takes me. I know there's probably going to be new releases that I'm really going to want to stitch. And there's going to be things that I am going to want to do, but I would like to focus on my projects as well. So we'll just see kind of how things go. What I do know, and is really kind of the thing that I would like to show you, is I already have a new year, new start planned. So Santa got me this chart, and I actually made this project bag today. So that's the front, this is the back. And I just don't know how he knew that this is what I wanted, but I got the Salem sampler. So this is the newest from Plum Street. That's in, again, that same, you know, sort of style that I've already done, and that the new constellation is in. But this is, you know, Halloween-y. It's Salem. It's beautiful. So not only did Santa bring me the chart, but Santa also brought me the called for fabric. So this is 40 count Gallows Hill from Needle and Flax, and it's so pretty. And so I have been kitting it up, and then I have I didn't have the only fancy floss that's called for, because I want to do, of course, an all called for that I had was Peapod. I didn't have any of the others, so that is on its way to me. So then I'll have it fully kitted. I got my frame in here, like I'm ready to go. So I believe the floss is supposed to get here on the 31st. So we'll see when I actually start this. The only time I really have to stitch is in the mornings if I'm not going out for a run. So we'll kind of see. Though I have been relaxing a lot over this break, because I mean, it's a break, right? So there you have it. That's my WIP Parade. That is the end of 2024. I hope you had a fantastic 2024. I hope you enjoyed this WIP Parade. I hope 2025 brings you everything that you want and more. And I will be seeing you later. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. But guess what?
What?
We're done.
Thank God.
That was a lot, wasn't it?